Hey everybody, it's Liz and Kayla here.
Hi.
We're here to share with you our creations for March using the beautiful March kit from Discount Paper Crafts. Kathy did it again and sent us an amazing card kit, you guys. It's full of goodies, beautiful papers and embellishments, and it's just absolutely perfect for cards, tags, or any other project you can think of. Let me share with you what comes in the kit first before we move on to our projects. Now, to get started, you're going to get this beautiful paper pad by Authentique. It's a 6x6 paper pad, and it is called Flourish. And just look at these beautiful bright colors, you guys. I don't know about you where you are, but over here in Houston, it's been gloomy, it's been rainy, and I am so longing for the spring. Aren't you, Kayla? And so these colors, she shook her head, by the way, or nodded. They can't see you, honey. But anyways, these colors are just so beautiful. I think they're so bright and cheerful, and they just made me long for spring, honestly. So our cards, you'll see in a minute, they've got lots of flowers and lots of little spring theme, because it's just so pretty. And you know what? This is actually a perfect paper pad that you can use for Easter as well, you guys. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, of course, we used most of our pad. We've got a few sheets that I can show you real quick, but take a look how pretty this is. The cover fell apart with all the papers that we took out. But look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? It's absolutely gorgeous. This is actually my favorite page. It's really, really pretty. I like the color combinations. I like the fact that, you know, some of the papers have like a distressed quality about them. Really pretty. And let me show you a couple more. So you guys can take a look. Lots of pinks, lots of turquoise, you know, some ivory thrown in there, and gray. Really pretty. Look at this newsprint one. Hope you guys are able to see that. Beautiful, beautiful papers. I really love this collection. Here's another one. And everything else is just scraps. We're left with a ton of scraps. And, you know, unfortunately, we were all sick at least once or twice this month. Every member of my family has been sick. Even Kayla a little bit. But, so we would have loved to create a lot more, but we'll show you in a minute what we created. Anyways, so you get the paper pad. What else do you get, Kayla?
We get flat-back pearls from Trinkets and Baubles.
Melissa Francis. You get a pack of them. Take a look. And there are tons of pearls in here in all kinds of different sizes. You get like the big ones, the little itty-bitty ones. As you can see, we used almost all of the small pearls. And I love working with pearls because they add such a beautiful accent to your projects. So this comes in the kit as well. Okay, and what else do we have, Kayla? Oh my gosh, this trim that Kathy sent is beautiful. And this trim is, let's see, where was it? I think it's, where did I see it? I know the name. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Bow Bunny. It's a craft canvas pleated lace trim. And look how beautiful this is. I absolutely love it. It is canvas, you guys. It's already pleated for you. It's absolutely gorgeous the way it is. I was actually thinking of using some of the ink sprays and actually coloring it up too on one of the projects that I didn't end up finishing. But we left it natural for the projects that we did create. But look how beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you get an entire yard. It's a lot. We used it on 2 of our cards, and we still have a ton left. Beautiful trim. And that's by Bow Bunny. And that comes in your kit as well.
And
you're also
doodle twine.
From the twinery, you get 2 different colors of twine.
Turquoise and pink.
Look how pretty that is. And a cute little tag that, of course, you can incorporate into your projects. You're also going to receive in the kit a beautiful button pack, and this button pack is by Bow Bunny. And if you're wondering where the packaging is or the backing, we actually used it on one of our tags. We used the back, you know, the backing that comes with it, because it was a really neat shape. I really liked the way that it was tall, you know, and long. So we used that. So I only have the buttons to show you. And this this button pack is by Bow Bunny, and it's called Isabella. Really, really pretty colors that coordinate very well with the papers. There's some pretty little tags in there as well. Really, really nice set of buttons. Little banners.
Cute. And we have some clear stamps.
These stamps, you also get an entire set of stamps, you guys. And let me, you know what, let me take this out real quick. Again, the packaging is missing on this one because we were going to use it for another tag that unfortunately we did not get to complete due to the fact that, you know, I was ill for a while and, you know, timing just got away from us. But this collection here is also by Bo Bunny, and it is a beautiful collection of flourishes. I love this frame. You got some fleur-de-lis, butterfly crown, this corner. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty, you guys. It's by Bo Bunny, and this one is called Flourishes and Such. So you get this stamp collection with the kit. How fabulous is that, right? Beautiful. So that's what you get in the kit, you guys, over at Kathy's shop, Discount Paper Crafts. Definitely go take a look. And now we're going to show you what we created. And the first card that Kayla is going to show you guys is a card that she designed all by her little self. And I'm so proud of her. She picked out all the colors, she picked out the embellishments she wanted to use, and I just helped her glue things on, but this is her design. And you want to share it with everybody, Kayla? Go ahead, honey.
Well, of course, first we put on our pattern paper to our cardstock, and then we made this cute little frames and added some pearls to it. And then we die cut this beautiful bird cage from one of those papers. We have scraps left, of course, and we have this beautiful bird. A pink rose from our stash. A little tag from the Bo Bunny button.
Actually, I don't mean to interrupt, sweetie, but that flower is actually from the kit. I forgot to mention two things that also come in the kit, so forgive me for that. And the only reason I forgot is because I don't have it here. But I forgot to mention the cardstock that comes in the kit. You're going to get 5 pieces of beautiful basil cardstock in different colors. These are just my scraps that are left over from the cardstock that we used, obviously, to create the cards and projects that we have here. Love this cardstock. I mean, just listen to that. Super sturdy. Love it. You get 4 pieces of the basil cardstock, and then you also get a piece of the, it's by Echo Park, and it's a beautiful raspberry color. I used it all up. I don't have any of it to show you, unfortunately, but you do get, it's basically an entire 5 pieces of cardstock, and you also get some flowers. It's a little flower bundle from the kit. I apologize if I didn't mention that earlier. I just totally skipped my mind. But anyways, go ahead, honey. Continue with your card.
And we used some doodle twine to make this little kind of belt.
Do you want to bring it closer? You can hold it up. There you go.
And we used vintage photo on this branch, and then I embossed it with some brown embossing powder. And we die cut some little leaves and used a Q-tip to ink them with some green ink.
Mm-hmm. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, she did a wonderful job, don't you think? I think it's so pretty. All of the die cuts that we used are from Spellbinders, and Kayla picked them all out. She wanted a bird cage, she said she wanted a bird on there, and, you know, a little branch. So all the dies are from Spellbinders. I think, yeah, even the little leaves. And, of course, you know, all the little pearls. Look at this is pretty much where we used all the little pearls.
Most of them.
But it's a really, really gorgeous card. I think she did a wonderful job designing it, and I'm so proud of you, baby. Beautifully done. So this is our first card. Now let's see the second card, sweetie pie. Alright, here's our second card, you guys. I love this one. Just look how beautiful and bright and cheery, all the colors. They just make you smile. And of course, like I said, we have to add lots of flowers. I added butterflies. It just really, really made me long for spring. And I wanted this to be more like a spring theme. Really pretty. And so I started off with a piece of cardstock here, as you can see. And I believe this one, I want to say 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And what I did is I actually saw a beautiful card on Pinterest that had all these bright colors, and that was really my inspiration. I wanted to incorporate all the different colors from the paper pad into one. So what I did first, we cut this piece here. It kind of matches the cardstock, so it's hard to see. But we just adhered that on there. Then I've got a couple more strips. It's 1, 2, 3 strips, long strips that we cut from the design paper. And on this one I used an EK Success punch to punch the edge. And now I'm going to explain something real quick. Actually no, it's on my other, never mind. I'm moving way ahead. So I punched the edge here using the EK Success. Here are the beautiful little pearls from the Melissa Francis pearls that you receive in the kit. Just a little detail on the little fan shape. And then over here, there's just another piece of pattern paper. Here's another one. And again, this is also an EK Success punch. And I punched the edge all down, way down here, really pretty. And this beautiful lattice that you see here is by Spellbinders. Isn't it gorgeous? And we used one of the pattern papers in a contrasting color so it can stand out from the rest of the card, and then just we adhered it on top. It's so pretty. And then of course we had to have a little doily. This is a doily I cut in half, a little paper doily. We adhered it over here on the side. And then we went to town using different flowers and different bright colors. I've got some seam binding, and Kayla colored the seam binding. What did you use to color it? Do you remember?
Lindy Stamp Gang.
Do you remember the color? No? Okay. It was Tiffany Blue, you guys. This is a beautiful turquoise color. She colored this using Tiffany Blue by Lindy Stamp Gang. It's such a vibrant turquoise. Look how beautiful it is. And I just created like a little bow here, and we added some flowers from our stash. These are I Am Roses. These are also from our stash. These green ones were super bright. We added a little bit of gesso on top. Same with this pink flower here.
Because they look way too bright.
It was way too bright, but it works perfectly. Over here we took some Spellbinders foliage die and cut out some little leaves using one of the pattern papers. There's some more poking in and out over here. Over here we've got just some little acrylic beads that are kind of coming out. This I actually got at Michael's in the Christmas section, so I just cut it apart and tucked a few little sprigs in there. This is an acrylic butterfly from Michael's.
And a pearl.
And over here we created a little banner, and it says "Just for You." It's the pattern paper and a piece of cardstock, and we just have a little banner, and it's on foam dots, so it can have some dimension. Really, really pretty card. I love this one. It's very pretty. And our other card, oh my gosh, that one is so cute.
This one's my favorite.
That one's Kayla's favorite. Wanted to make an easel card, but we wanted to make a circle. So we created a circle easel card using like a little glass bowl as a template. And it is so stinking cute. I love it. Of course, we used the beautiful cardstock, the nice and sturdy cardstock, I should say, by Basil. And then we used the pattern papers, adhered all the pattern papers on there. And I really love this one here. It really reminded me of wallpaper. And I thought that it would be really neat to do almost like a little room. Yes, exactly. So we adhered the pattern paper first. There's 2 layers actually. I hope you're able to see that of pattern paper. And then we took, this is a piece of white cardstock, and I just used the scoreboard to create all the little lines to mimic, you know, the wood paneling that you would have, you know, the wainscot that you would have. And this is a little braided trim that goes all the way across to mimic, you know, the chair rail. I thought,
so pretty.
I think it came out really cute. This little chair, it's a little wooden laser cut chair from Michael's, you guys. It's so stinking cute, and I left it the natural wood, and Kayla insisted that I do something to it. She's like, it's just too boring. It's too plain. So what did you do to the chair?
We used vintage photo to give it some color.
Yes, and I think it came out great. So good job, huh? Mommy wanted to leave it plain. Kayla says, no, you're going to do something to that. So we have vintage photo all over the chair, and it just ages it quite nicely. It looks beautiful. For the cushion, we just, you know, cut out a little piece of pattern paper and added it right on the chair, and it just kind of looks like the cushion is, you know, that pattern. It's really cute. Got a little flowers cluster here. We've got flowers from our stash. This one was colored using one of the Lindy Stamp Gang, and then a little bit of gesso on top. This one was left white. Here we've got a little button that comes in the kit, you guys, from the Bow Bunny button kit, the button collection. Peeking out, and then we have the little leaves from Spellbinders, and we die cut that using a piece of the pattern paper. Now the trim that you see here is an old trim from my stash, you guys. I believe it's a Webster's Pages trim that just went really well with the colors.
It looks so cute.
And we lined the entire card in that beautiful trim. Look how pretty. It reminds me of Grandma, right? Makes me think of Grandma's room. Or Grandma's living room. But anyways, moving on. The base of the card, we adhered some pattern paper to that. This label is so beautiful and intricate. It's by Spellbinders, and we stamped on it on a piece of the pattern paper that was then cut to fit right into the little label. And it just says, just saying hello. And of course, what do we have on the label that we used to accent it?
Pearls.
The pearls, of course. Look how pretty. Here's some more flowers, a little flourish from Spellbinders, and another little button. Isn't it cute?
I love those buttons.
I love the buttons.
Cute.
They are cute. And I also put paper on the back because I knew that part was going to show, and I didn't want the trim, you know, to you could see all the glue that I used, so I covered that up nicely. And then of course you can write your message in here, or you can write a message on the bottom, and that's probably what we'll do. So I have not adhered the paper on there. We'll write the message and then adhere it to the bottom of the card. But I think it came out really, really cute. I love this one.
Don't forget.
Oh, I know. How could I forget? Oh my gosh, take a look at this. Since we created a little room, you have to have a little painting on the wall, right? Do you want to talk about how we did that?
We just got a regular plain wooden tile, and I used gesso on the edges all over, and we used vintage photo on the little corners, and adhered some of that newspaper pattern.
Yeah, we adhered the pattern paper to that, and then what else did you do, Kayla? Do you remember?
Then I stamped on this.
Yeah, it's very, very subtle, you guys. You could see some of the turquoise. Do you want to show the ink pad you used? Yeah, we used, they can't see that. We just used this little ink pad here, and we used the flourish, you know, from the stamp set. This one right here.
Just a little bit.
And Kayla stamped randomly on top of that newsprint paper.
Very cute.
Very cute. And then what did you do?
I also stamped on that little fleur-de-lis. I was going to do the other one, but it didn't have any color inside. So I thought maybe we could do that other one with the full color. And then we just added the cute little pearl in the middle.
Don't forget what we did. We did a crackle, remember? After we inked, well, we stamped the fleur-de-lis on there. Kayla did that with archival ink. We used the Distress, the rock candy crackle paint on top to create a beautiful sheen and lots of crackle. Look how beautiful that looks. And of course, the pearl adds the perfect accent. So it's a cute little room, right? You've got the chair and the little wainscot and a little picture on the wall. Really cute. And we've got two more projects to share, two more cards. Okay, here's the other one. Here's the other card, you guys. Look how gorgeous. This one's beautiful. This one is a 5.5 by 5.5 card. And I used the beautiful turquoise cardstock. Look how beautiful this is. And you guys, it's so sturdy. Like, this is a really heavy card. And I layered one piece of pattern paper. I forgot to mention, you know, that pattern paper that I was showing you it's really cool because it has the coordinating solid colors on the back of the paper pad. I'll give you an example. Like you see here, you have a pattern, right? And on the back, you've got a solid color that's got like some distress details. All the pages are like that. So it's really, really neat because you can use the backs as well to, you know, accent your cards. And you guys know I like to do that. I like to layer my cards. So I've got one of the solid papers first, and on top of that, the pattern paper. I've got some little pearls in the corners to accent the corners here.
Very cute.
We created this little doily. This is a Tim Holtz Distress doily out of chipboard, and then we cut it out with the pattern papers, adhered the pattern paper to the doily, and then we did some stamping on it using that same ink pad we showed you. I don't know if you guys are able to see it because it's very, very subtle. And we used the little flourish to create, you know, like we just stamped randomly in spots. And here, just as best wishes, this is a sentiment stamp from our stash. And look at this gorgeous trim. Look at that. Look how beautiful that came out. Oh my gosh, I told you I had to leave it alone just the way it was. It was perfect. So we have the trim going all the way across.
And then we have some pearls.
Some pearls from our stash. And then over here we created, like, we cut out these strips of different pattern papers, and we used our Martha Stewart punch to punch the edges. And we just created like a little, they're like tiered. So you've got 1, 2, 3, just kind of almost like a ruffle to mimic this up here.
And these are not flat backs. These are just regular spheres. Like
yeah, there are pearl strands that we had. And then over here is our cluster. Here's some more seam binding that we colored up using Lindy Stamking. This one we had it in a more muted color because we diluted it with with water. And then we have flowers from our stash, like Kayla mentioned, that button. And this is a really neat button, you guys, from the Bow Bunny Button collection.
Very cute.
Got some little leaves from Spellbinders. And Butterfly, of course, is Martha Stewart. I've got another little flower right in the middle. Really, really pretty card, you guys. I think this one is probably my favorite, I think. I'm not sure, because they're all beautiful. I think they all came out gorgeous. Especially Kate.
And last card.
I know, this is so pretty. Okay, one last thing that we created with the kit.
Our tag.
Our tag. I'm loving the tag. Remember how I told you we used the backing of the buttons? This is the backing of the buttons. The packaging that, you know, the little cardboard that comes in it. Look how pretty this is. And I loved that it was really long, and I also love this little detail at the bottom, and it's already cut for you. So all I did is I took the packaging out, and we adhered our pattern papers on there. This is where we used that Echo Park one, and I believe on the other card as well. And what we did here is covered the back. This is the Echo Park paper that I was telling you about that comes in your kit. The whole back is covered, and of course you can write a message here, or you can, you know, use a die cut and adhere it onto the back. And what I did is I wanted lots of color, lots of beautiful flowers, of course, and I wanted to use those stamps in a different way. So what I did is we covered it first with the Echo Park paper, and then we stamped on it using that Flourish by Bo Bunny. And Kayla stamped on it using, do you remember what you used? The embossing. You don't remember. She's giving me a blank stare. But anyway, she stamped on it using, you know, that Ranger embossing ink, and then we used white embossing powder. We heat set it, or heat embossed it, and look how beautiful that looks. That white just pops with that color. It's amazing. And then over here, I did 2 strips of pattern paper, and again, I used my Martha Stewart punch to punch the edges. And this is the one that I was going to tell you about. Because the paper pad is only 6 by 6, and this is obviously a lot taller than 6 by 6, I kind of cut it in half. So when I adhered the pattern papers, I adhered them on here, and there's a big gap here, but I knew we were going to fill it with the flowers, so I wasn't worried about that. That way I can cover it from top to bottom. See? And oh my gosh, I love this. It just looks really great. Here is that beautiful frame we used. That's the stamp set. We stamped it on the back of one of the pattern papers, so it has that gray solid color. I fussy cut it out, and then in the back of that I cut out another piece from one of the pattern papers, and I just love that the flowers are kind of peeking in the corner. And then of course we went to town using lots of flowers from our stash.
I love this little one right
Yeah,
here.
look at the cute little ones. These are by Prima. They're the ones that come in those little milk bottles. Look how cute they are. The colors are perfect, and of course we had to add little pearls to the centers.
We were thinking of
There's
saving
another
the
one there.
milk bottles to do some stuff.
Oh,
with
we
them.
will, of course. We're going to use the
Okay,
milk
wow.
bottles. Here
So
you
they're cute.
Here you have leaves from Spellbinders, a little Martha Stewart butterfly. These are the flowers that you get in the kit, this cherry blossom and this one as well. And the rest are from our stash. And again, we use gesso on the tops to kind of tone down the color a little bit. Over here, I've got, I stamped this onto a piece of pattern paper, and it's beautiful. And I adhered it to a piece of chipboard that I then cut down to size. I filed the edges because I wanted them to be rounded, and then I inked them with that turquoise ink pad that I showed you. And then here I use the trim in a little bit of a different way. See how there's 2 layers? All you do is super easy, you guys. I wanted it to kind of look like a skirt. So I just took the trim and I adhered Fabri-Tac right here in the middle, and kind of like went like this to this, and that way it stuck on there like that, and it creates sort of like a curved you know, trim here. And so it kind of looks like a little ruffly skirt, and that's kind of what I wanted to go for, so it worked out perfectly.
Very cute.
It looks like a little ruffly skirt. It's really cute. So of course we got the trim here, and a little strand of pearls that goes all the way across the tag. I love this tag. I think it came out beautiful. And up here, again, we've got some more crinkled seam binding, and this one we actually left it alone, that ivory color, crinkled it up, made a bow. We've got a little button from the Bo Bunny buttons, and some little twine right in the middle. And I also got some twine kind of coming in and out from the little bow. Hope you guys could see that. Really, really pretty tag. I'm loving it. But doesn't it totally remind you of spring, right? All the beautiful flowers, butterflies, and beautiful colors. So you guys, those are our projects for the month of March for Discount Paper Crafts. Definitely head on over to Kathy's shop. She has awesome goodies. And I just noticed that she's got all the new Prima Cha releases. Oh my gosh, you guys have to go over there before they sell out. But definitely go get your hands on this amazing kit. It will put you in the mood for spring as soon as you see all the beautiful papers. I know it did to me, so I'm loving it. But anyways, guys, those are our projects. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.